Welcome to the session. Today we are going to learn about the general structure of amino acids. Amino acids are building blocks for proteins. They have a central alpha carbon, an amino group, and alpha carboxyl group. There are 20 different amino acids. They have the same core structure but differ in the nature of their side group, which is otherwise known as R group. The heart of the amino acid is the so-called C alpha, to which there is attachment of an amino group, a carboxyl group, a hydrogen and a side chain R. The C alpha, carbon, nitrogen and oxygen atoms are called backbone atoms. R denotes any one of the 20 possible side chains. The side chains are determine the differences in the structural and chemical properties of the amino acids. These amino acids can be classified as follows: aliphatic or hydrophobic amino acids, alanine, lysine, isoleucine, valine; polar amino acids, asparagine and glutamine; alcoholic amino acids, serine, threonine; sulfur containing amino acid, methionine, cysteine; aromatic amino acids, phenylalanine, tyrosine, tryptophan; charged amino acids, arginine, lysine; aspartic acid, glutamic acid, histidine; special amino acids like glycine and proline. Proline is an amino acid. Several amino acids belong in more than one category. Let us see the structure of the amino acids in detail. Alanine, the smallest amino acid, which is hydrophobic in nature. The side chain is a methyl group. Cysteine, it is intermediately large in size, hydrophobic in nature, tends to bind with metals like zinc and copper. The sulfhydryl group is very reactive. Aspartic acid is intermediately large in size, hydrophilic in nature, and it is an acidic amino acid with negative charge, has the tendency to be near the end terminus of a polypeptide chain, often occurs in the active sites of enzyme proteins. It tends to bind with ions like calcium. Glutamic acid, it is larger in size, hydrophilic in nature. It is also a negatively charged amino acid. Phenylalanine, it is large in size, hydrophobic in nature, and it is an aromatic amino acid. Glycine, the smallest amino acid, which has a side chain, hydrogen. Histidine is hydrophilic due to the presence of two nitrogens in its side chain. It is an aromatic amino acid often seen in the active sites of enzyme proteins. It is positively charged, tends to bind with metal like zinc, nickel and copper. It has imidazolium ring in the R group. Isoleucine is intermediately large in size and it is a hydrophobic amino acid. Lysine is a large amino acid which has hydrophilic nature. It is positively charged and the side chain is very long and flexible. And lysine is intermediately large in size and it is hydrophobic in nature. Methionine is a large sulfur containing amino acid which is hydrophobic in nature, binds with metals like sulfur, often the first residue of a molecule. Therefore, methionine, despite being hydrophobic, it is often at the surface of a protein. Asparagine is intermediately large. It is a polar amino acid, binds with metal ions like calcium. Proline is known as amino acid. Even though it is very hydrophobic, it is often found on the surface of a protein. Glutamine is large in size. It is a polar amino acid. It is isosteric with glutamic acid. Arginine, it is big, hydrophilic in nature, positively charged amino acid. The side chain R contains guanidium ion. Serine, it is a small amino acid which is intermediate in size, hydrophobic in nature, often forms the active site of an enzyme together with histidine and aspartic acid. Occasionally involved in metal binding, and it binds with calcium. Threonine, it is a small amino acid which is intermediate in size. Valine is a small amino acid which is hydrophobic in nature. It is isosteric with threonine. Tryptophan is biggest amino acid which is aromatic in nature, hydrophobic in nature. It has bicyclic indole ring as R group. Tyrosine is a large amino acid which is aromatic in nature and is intermediate in hydrophobicity. Amino acids cannot be classified as either animal or vegetable. They are simply natural compounds. 3 of the 8 essential amino acids needed to make protein are lysine, isoleucine and valine, and these are all called branched chain amino acids because they have a branch in the main trunk of the molecule. 1/3 of the skeletal muscle in the human body is made up of these 3 essential amino acids. Thank you.